How's it going, guys? Welcome back to S3M2 Football and welcome to today's football preview video. The EFL or Carabao Cup returns this week, so please join me as I cover a fixture that is taking place this Wednesday on the 8th of January that sees Tottenham Hotspur host Liverpool. We start off our team analysis in this one with the home side being Tottenham Hotspur. The last 5 fixtures for the Lily Whites have ended in 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Spurs have scored 10 goals and conceded 14 goals in those last 5 matches. And their last fixture was a 2-1 loss in the Premier League at home against Newcastle United. The first player I'd like to talk about for Spurs has got to be somebody who I'm expecting to hit the back of the net. In English, centre forward Dominic Solanke. In 26 appearances, he has 11 goals and 5 assists. And for me, Dominic Solanke is quick, he's lethal, and he's actually on form. He started getting goals in those last 5 fixtures, and I think Spurs fans will be waiting for him to hit the back of the net again in this one. Next up, I want to talk about a creative player out wide. So let's talk about South Korean left winger Son Heung-min. In 23 appearances, Spurs captain has 7 goals and 6 assists. But I'd like to highlight his dribbling ability and his creativity. Son is the kind of player who has great vision, so he knows exactly when he needs to go in on goal himself or when he can pick his head up and find a player making a run in a better position. And finally, I want to talk about somebody who I think will cover the defensive side of the game in Uruguayan defensive midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur. In 19 appearances, it's just 2 goals and 1 assist for Bentancur. But in him, I think Spurs have an element in midfield who brings a lot of aggression and physicality to the team. I think he's a player who does a lot for Spurs defensively, and he's often overlooked because most of his work gets done away from the goalpost. Tactically for Tottenham Hotspur, I think coach Ange Postecoglou is going to stick with trying to counter-attack out wide. Spurs have very quick players out on those wings, and he'll be looking to take advantage of those players. I think we'll see Spurs still lining up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Defensively, they do have issues though. Goalkeeper Vicario and replacement goalkeeper Fraser Foster probably won't feature in this one, along with a centre-back duo Mickey van de Ven and Christian Romero. Left-back Destiny Udogie is also a doubt. The midfield pivot of Bentancur and perhaps Pape Sarr will then have to work double time to ensure that this team doesn't look too fragile in those central areas of the defense. Offensively, Spurs will be looking to use their wingers to just stretch the play out wide and use their pace on those wings. Wide players like Son Heung-min, Brennan Johnson and Dejan Kulusevski will be looking to get crosses in or cut in from those wide positions, while the central playmaker, probably James Maddison in that number 10 position, will be looking to just get the final ball to all of those players who are looking to get goals. Okay, on to the away team. Now for Liverpool, the last 5 fixtures for the Reds have ended in 4 wins and 1 draw. Liverpool have scored 18 goals and conceded 7 goals in those last 5 games. And their last fixture was a 2-2 draw in the Premier League at home at Anfield against a struggling Manchester United. The first player I've got to talk about for Liverpool has got to be Uruguayan centre forward Darwin Núñez. All of Liverpool's forwards are firing on all cylinders, and in 24 appearances, Darwin Núñez has 4 goals and 3 assists, meaning he's the one who's lagging behind the rest. He's fast, he's direct, and I think knowing that everybody else is getting so much more goals than him is going to make Darwin Núñez a little bit hungrier in this match. Next up, I want to talk about Dutch defensive midfielder Ryan Gravenberch. In 25 appearances, he has 2 assists for Liverpool this season. But I think for Gravenberch, I'd like to talk about his stamina. He's a real box-to-box player. He can do a lot of running. He's very aggressive in their midfield. He's the player often chasing the ball down and winning it back. And he's very determined. He's not the kind of player who gives up easily, and he will chase you down for that ball. And finally, I want to talk about French centre-back Ibrahima Konate. Returning from injury, he's brought a lot of relief to a lot of Liverpool fans. In 19 appearances, he has 2 goals and 1 assist. But I think Ibrahima Konate brings a different element of physicality to Liverpool's defensive line. He's a great tackler, but he's also very reliable. Virgil van Dijk and the rest of Liverpool's backline can trust in Ibrahima Konate to win the ball back without giving away any unnecessary fouls. In terms of tactics for Liverpool, I think coach Arne Slot has everything figured out actually. I think this team is going to stick with playing on the counter attack, using their wingers, using their midfielders, just getting the whole team to shift forward as a unit. Liverpool will probably line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, and I think defensively you'll see all of their players dropping back to help out, but offensively you'll see even the defenders pushing up front to support the attack. Defensively, I think the midfield are going to do a lot of work to win the ball back so that the back line don't necessarily have to get caught out of position to try and win things back. They can track back confidently, knowing that the players in front of them are trying to apply pressure on the ball. Offensively, speed is the name of the game at Liverpool. Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo and Diogo Jota are all very quick players. They are speed merchants who look to use their pace to just catch the opposition defenders on the back foot. But all of these players are getting goals right now. They're all confident and they're all going to be pushing forward at every opportunity to try and get goals. Okay, on to the head-to-head and the S3M2 Verdict. Now, the last 5 fixtures between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool have ended in 1 win for Spurs and 4 wins for the Reds. In those last 5 fixtures, Spurs have scored 11 goals, while Liverpool have scored 17 goals. I think it says a lot that Spurs are scoring 11 goals in 5 fixtures against Liverpool, and it's still not enough. That's almost 2 goals a game. And I mean, that means Liverpool are just so much better up front. The two sides did play out a 9-goal thriller in December. It ended 6-3 with Liverpool emerging victorious at Tottenham Hotspur's home ground in North London. So Spurs already know that Liverpool are capable of coming to their home ground and absolutely demolishing them. Spurs have continued to be terribly inconsistent this entire season, and they've had numerous defensive issues, whether it's with issues off the pitch like with Bentancur, or with injuries like essentially the entire back line. On the bright side though, Spurs have started scoring again, and I think that's very, very crucial for them to actually start getting results. Though defensively, you can see this team has a lot of problems. Liverpool, however, I think will be disappointed with their draw against Manchester United at Anfield this weekend. But the Reds are still leading the Premier League race, and they do have some points to spare as well. Their front line has been so phenomenal that I think it's going to give Arne Slot a bit of a selection issue here. But I think knowing that they played okay against United and now players are probably tired, they can rest some important players for this game, or they can push players a little further knowing that their upcoming tie in the FA Cup this weekend is against a lower division team. All of their replacements are just as good as the first choice team. Everybody's playing well, everybody understands their role, they understand one another's roles. They're looking very fluid and they're looking like a very competitive team, a team that doesn't really care too much about fatigue. They're hungry, they just want to play, they just want to win. My score prediction for this one is actually going to be Tottenham Hotspur 1, Liverpool 2. I think these teams have proven that goals are so quick to come by in this fixture, and I'm expecting more goals than just 3. But I do think Liverpool will actually win this. I think 2-1 is a decent scoreline because it does tell us that both teams will score, perhaps through creativity or mistakes at the back. But I think Liverpool do have this one nice and wrapped up. I think from here on out, Arne Slot can start rotating his players in all competitions and know that they're probably still going to get the best result possible.
Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Um, Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.